coming up in this read. You're a threat to their version of who they are. It's like they have built their entire personality around hating you. I hate to say it. Hi Scorpio, we're doing your weekly read, and this one is for July 30th to August the 6th. As always, this is a general read, okay, so you only take what resonates specifically for you. And if you're cross-watching, then I definitely recommend viewing with extra caution, okay, and definitely do not take anything that comes out of this read to heart, because if you're cross-watching, then the chances are extremely high the reading's not going to be about you at all, okay? So just do keep that in mind. Right, Scorpio, that's coming in towards you guys for July 30th to August the 6th. Okay. Might end up being a quiet week, Scorpio. Some of you will be glad to hear. That could well be the case. That would be nice, right? Okay, so you've got the rune Uruz, and it says the Oryx, the mother, principle of vital energy, procreation, purification, and transformation. That would make sense that you would get the rune of transformation. Also with this one, this is all about trials of strength. Okay, so, I mean, again, makes perfect sense as to why that would be your rune for this week. It's a gateway also, right? It's about your strength, your power, your courage. I'm pretty certain you've had Uruz that's come out recently, right? It's also about health and endurance as well as your manifestation. So with this one, it is probably going to be wise for you to engage in some kind of purification techniques, okay? I mean, a simple Google search can pull up many ways of how you can energetically cleanse, right? A really good one is like salt baths, right? Meditations. I want to say affirmations as well, okay? You're creating something here. With this being all about procreation, you're creating something. You're taking something and like you're doubling it, for example. So you're making something more. That could be about your finances, you know, looking for ways of how to increase on your finances. Again, keep an open mind, okay? That word procreation, that's going to mean a lot of different things for a lot of different people. Okay, that could also obviously be the act of physical intimacy, of course. Take it as it resonates, right? If you're wanting to help utilize the energy of this particular rune, then a lot of people, they like to trace out the symbol onto a bit of paper and put it underneath their pillow. Okay, some people do take a lot of comfort in doing that. That's an option for you, right? The principle of vital energy, so feeling energized and really understanding that your output is only as good as the input, right? So making sure that you're not surrounding yourself with a lot of negativity right now, okay? Because remember, your output is only as good as the input. So if your input is constant negative news, and you know how people can get, right? If you're surrounding yourself by a lot of negative influences, then that is likely to affect your work, your output, okay? So just be conscious of that. Okay, right, so we are gonna move on to some angel messages. What's going on for Scorpio, please? We have messages for our Scorpio collective, please. For July 30th to August the 6th. Oh, okay. That one came out with quite a bit of force. Right, number 7, I am brilliant. And it says, you possess a very refined mind and a deep urge to uncover life's mysteries. Your ability to acquire vast knowledge on both the informational and spiritual planes gives you a greater awareness than most. Okay. Delving into life's mysteries. Probably doing a lot of research about spirituality, a lot of research on how you can help to be a transformative influence to others. Also, number 7, it has been debated that number 7 is actually one of the luckiest numbers in the universe. Okay, 7s are all about assessment and confidence in numerology. It can also indicate change in course as well. So some of you have been introspecting quite deeply and really making contact with, I know it sounds quite woo, your higher self. Okay, finding ways of how to be more, I wanna say the word productive. It's not that any of yous are lazy, it's not that at all. It's just more like how you can do more, how you can be more. It's that kind of energy. What else for Scorpio, please? You might have changed something up recently as well. Okay. Right, so that deck went from being completely silent to all of a sudden wanting to tell you absolutely everything. That's fine. Right, I am limitless. Number 0, there is no beginning and there is no end. All is infinite. It's time to develop your spiritual side. You're gaining new sight and understanding of both the godly and the earthly things. Okay, so yeah, that does correspond with the messages that I was getting for you there with that number 7, about how some of you are delving really into your spirituality, like definitely. I'm perceptive, number 16. You have an acquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths. You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings, a wisdom seeker, and your angels ask to share your knowledge for the benefit of others. So you've got a lot of empathy, highly empathic towards others, and a lot of you have a natural healing gift or healing abilities. It's getting a little bit smoky in here with that incense. Just a second. Okay. Ooh, I think I left that burning just a little bit too long. Right. Okay, so Spirit's wanting you to, and this is going to make some of you feel really uncomfortable if you're not currently already doing this, okay, is using your healing abilities to help others. All right, and it doesn't need to be any major gesture, okay? It could just be the simple act of listening to someone, okay? It does feel like someone is going to be needing some kind of help, that they just need for someone to listen, all right? And for others of you, that's going to be more to do with, like, if you've been hiding in your shell, if you've been keeping your gifts a secret, now is the time for you to unleash those gifts out into the world, okay? Some of you are natural healers and you should be out there doing something with those abilities, okay? Some of you's, and I do recognize this energy because I did it myself before in the past, some of yous might have abandoned something that you used to do in a spiritual manner of speaking, and now Spirit's wanting for you to pick that up again, okay? It's time now. It is time. I mean, I don't know if you've all noticed, and again, like, this is going to sound really woo, and to be honest with you, I'm past the stage of caring. There is a lot of spiritual warfare that's going on, okay? And now everyone who is able to needs to have each other's backs, and that they all need to come together, and we can figure this out, okay? But it starts with your immediate environment, and then you've got, yeah, 333, I am powerful. You're being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker. I told you. I wasn't even looking at that card. I was fiddling with them, but I was looking at these ones over there. You are being called to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truth and be a positive light to others. You're more powerful than you could ever perceive. Right? I'm expanding. Number 33. Any positive changes or projects that you're considering right now will be worth your while. Expect your power to manifest and create will be heightened. Okay, it's a little bit weird the way that that's worded, but yeah, I know what it is that they're trying to say here. So your power to manifest and create will be heightened once you start using your gifts more. Does that make sense? It's like a muscle. Okay, your spiritual gifts is a lot like a muscle. If you haven't used it in a while, when you initially pick it up again, whatever this ability of yours is, it could be tarot, could be crystals, you know, like, name it. There's 1,000 different things out there. You know, we'd literally be here all day trying to name them all. But as I was saying, it's like a muscle. If you haven't used it in a while, and then you pick it up again, start using it, you will feel drained really, really quickly. But then as that muscle builds up strength, because you're using it more, you'll find that you'll be able to do more for a lot longer. Yeah? Same principle. So start using your gifts and your abilities for positive, for good, and for healing. You'll start to expand. I am abundant. 888. As you focus on all of the wonderful things that surround you, you're clearing the path for more positive energy to flow into all areas of your life and creating a place for abundance. Yeah. So what Spirit's saying here is, look, while everyone does need to survive in the physical, okay, we've all got bills to pay, we all become hungry, we all need to eat, we all need to afford, like, soap and stuff to keep clean, and, you know, we've all got electric bills, yada yada yada. Okay, we all need to survive in the physical. To do that requires money, it requires finances. Now, for some of yous, your spiritual gifts, it is going to become your job. And it is going to become a way for you to earn finances so that you can support yourself and you can support your family. Okay, which is all anybody really wants out of life. But by the same token, you're also going to be helping out a lot of people at the same time. Okay? So while it is going to be your job, Spirit doesn't want you to view it as just a way to earn finances. Okay? It's a job with more than one purpose, if that makes sense. All right. So yeah, energetically make space in your life for more abundance. And I am practical. Number 14. You're open-minded and always up to try something new, yet you're wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure that your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. So don't waste your time with time wasters. Okay, there are going to be a lot of people who either will want to try and take advantage of you, or who are just going to want to criticize you and pull you down. Remember what I said about the whole spiritual warfare thing that's going on right now? It's been going on for a while, but it has definitely intensified. We're not blind, we're not stupid, we're not ignorant to these things. Like, this has definitely been going on, and it has been getting worse. So Scorpio, you're going to be coming up against a lot of individuals who deem it as their mission to try and stop you from doing this. Okay? So be practical. With those kinds of people, you are going to have to learn to be more stoic towards them. Okay? Because remember, they feed off of your energy. And if they can get you angry, they will feed off of that. Okay? So be really stoic with folks who are trying to waste your time or trying to pull you down and criticize you. If it's constructive criticism, that's something else entirely different. And that's not what this energy is getting at. Okay? Spirit's saying, this is not going to be easy. Not by a long shot. But it is going to be a worthwhile venture. Okay? So, again, for anybody who's like that, well, I don't know how to do crystal healing. I don't know how to read tarot. I don't know what my skill is. Do you know what? It's not a problem. Pick up a hobby, and if it clicks, that's your thing. If it doesn't, not a problem. Drop it and try something else. And keep going, keep going, keep going until you find that thing that really clicks for you. Okay? For some of you, this isn't immediately going to be obviously a spiritual thing at all. Like this could be some kind of counseling, which on the face of it is like, well, you know, I'm psychologically going to help people through their problems. That's not really spiritual. But is it? It is. When you look into it deeper, it actually is. It's still helping to heal people. Wow. Okay. Alright, so I spent a little bit too long on that particular section of your read. I do apologise, but it was funny because all of a sudden a lot of these messages just wanted to come out. So, right, let's put these cards over there. Let's get your spirit animal for the week. We've never done this one for you yet, spirit animal. You have a spirit animal, a guide for our Scorpio collective for the week of July 30th to August the 6th, please. Also, right, I'm just going to quickly switch out camera. You see these words at the bottom of these cards? I'm brilliant, I'm limitless, I'm perceptive, I'm powerful, I'm expanded. I'm expanding, I'm abundant, and I'm practical. They are your positive affirmations for this week. Okay. Right. What is Scorpio Collective Spirit Animal, please? For July 30th to August the 6th. It's a fox. Opportunities. And that was super quick. You must be quick to move out of your comfort zone. Yeah. Especially when the situation calls for immediate responsiveness and flexibility. Open your mind to new ways of doing things, and once you do, then get ready for good luck and opportunities to come your way. Okay, so this is going to be your spirit animal energy to work with for this week, Scorpio. You're going to have to think quickly on your feet. You're going to have to be adaptable. At moments, now I know this is going to make some people uncomfortable, but you have to get comfortable with the darkness as well. Okay, we've all got a shadow side to us, every single one of us. Nobody is perfectly 100% light all of the time. It's not a thing, it doesn't exist. It's not real. Okay, you have to embrace the shadow and the light, but get stuck on neither. This is the fox energy. With this one, at some moments, you're going to have to be cunning. Okay? That would indicate to me that there is a group of Scorpios who are watching this that are currently in situations at the moment that are less than ideal. And that is going to require cunningness, clever thinking, and adaptability for you to escape, because foxes are escapists, for you to escape from your current less than ideal situation. Okay. And I say it's going to make some uncomfortable, because it's like, oh, being cunning, isn't that a negative trait? Well, no, because context. If someone is in a dangerous situation, would you really call them being negative because they had to be cunning to get out of a dangerous situation? I think the fuck not. Okay? So this week it is really going to pull up emotions like that you're going to need to get comfortable with, right? Some of you are going to manage it quite easily. Others of you really not so much. Others of you are going to be repelling against that, all right? But again, it depends on the situation, and that part of the message is only for the individuals who recognize that they are in a less than ideal situation. Maybe there's someone around them who is quite an abusive individual. Do you know what I mean? That's who that message is for, about the need to be more cunning. For others of you, this is more to do with certain associates of yours are not actually your friend, okay? I don't want to play into anyone's paranoia or anything like that. Again, different group of Scorpios. You're dealing with individuals here who you would class as friends, but who actually are not your friends at all. So when it comes down to dealing with them, you're going to have to be a little bit more cunning, as in not tell them your plans. Okay, as soon as you mention to them that you're gonna look into following your spiritual path, being a healer, doing this, that and the next, someone's gonna disapprove. You can bet your ass someone's gonna disapprove. So with that cunningness is gonna be, don't tell them. If you know full well that these people are not going to support you, they're not going to wish you well, and in fact they're going to try and actively stop you, don't tell them. Okay? Fox energy is really, really sneaky. Really sneaky. But foxes are also survivors. They're opportunists. They're very, very adaptable. Okay, so that's the dark side of this particular energy covered, right? We have to acknowledge both the shadow and the light. We have to. We have to. It's so flipping important. The light side, Spirit's saying, Scorpio, this week you're going to have more opportunities than you're going to know what to do with. So you are going to have to think quickly on your feet. And your super strong intuition and your strong survival instinct, remember it's the fox energy, you're very tapped in to those abilities of yours. You're going to easily be able to spot which of these opportunities that are being presented to you are, number one, legit, and number two, worth your time. Okay, you're going to be able to feel this out really, really quickly and really easily. All right, so that's that message. All right, let's take a look into your tarot. What's going on, please, for our Scorpio collective from July 30th to August the 6th, please. I nearly forgot then. Brain fog. It's coming in towards Scorpio, please. July 30th to August the 6th. You have a 9-card spread, thank you. Something is going to change quite significantly this week for a lot of you Scorpios. And we've got the Judgment card. That's one of your own cards that's come out in reverse. So that tells me that some of you for a long, long time were actually ignoring your higher purpose. Yeah, right, so I'll switch these cameras out. Right, you've got the 3 of Coins, Judgment in reverse, the 7 of Cups. I'll try and keep the table as neat as possible. And the 9 of Cups. Yeah. That 7 of Cups is definitely going to need to be clarified. So your 3 of Coins, that feels like, I mean, usually it's the card of teamwork, project building, collaboration, working with others, right? In this particular context, it's coming out as your day-to-day life, your 9 to 5, you know, not really feeling satisfied, or not knowing deep down that you're not really living your true life purpose in your current job or in your current career, because it's come out with Judgment in reverse. You know, it's more like some of yous have been struggling because it's like you could just feel that you had a much bigger purpose in life than what it is that you're currently doing. Do you know what I mean? But then the Seven of Cups is that confusion, because it's like you didn't know what that life purpose actually was. And that's why it always felt like, I don't know, like you were almost just wasting your own time with doing something, you know? Page of Wands, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, very, very intuitive. But they two Cups cards right next to each other, and the Nine of Cups as well. Your Page of Wands is saying about how it's going to be time for you to take the initiative. And your Page of Wands is looking straight towards the Nine of Cups, which is happiness and wish fulfillment. So it is going to be time for you to do something risky here. The Page of Wands is it's like a cheeky rogue type energy, very risky. You know, it's almost like you were afraid to step out of some kind of perception that others had of you, sort of thing. Can you finish a spread? Thank you. Okay, you have another 2. That's not another 2, but that's fine. Okay, let's take it. Right, what was the first one that came out? The 3 of Cups. Let's see if I can get this correct. 3 of Cups, Knight of Wands, the Chariot and the Devil. Okay, 5 of Wands and the World. Interesting. I'll shift these up the way so that you all can see. There is someone very, very spiteful in this energy right here. Really spiteful. I think we should maybe take a look into that first, because they are definitely going to be a problem for you, Scorpio, especially this week. Okay, it's come out also with the 5 of Wands in the World. All right. They're going to be a problem. It's either, I mean, it could be a Cancerian, a Capricorn, a Leo, or another fixed sign, which is another Scorpio, an Aquarius, a Leo, or a Taurus, could be. But definitely like a super, super strong Cancerian energy. Some of you could be dealing with a really toxic Cancerian here. Overall energy, the Ace of Wands. So it is time for that shake. And the Tower. It's weird, because it's like I was looking at that Ace of Wands and I'm like, that's a shake-up, that's a shake-up. I've peeled it off, and then there's your bloody Tower underneath it, which is literally a shake-up, a wake-up call, an epiphany, a huge change. It can be disruptive depending on where you are, where this Tower falls, metaphorically speaking. Are you in the Tower, or are you the observer? This feels like you're the observer, Scorpio. It does. It feels like you're the observer. It feels like you're far away. So you've put distance, or you're in the process of putting distance with that Knight of Coins energy between yourself and this Tower. Okay. I feel that more recently you've already been through that internal Tower moment, which is that epiphany, that realization that shit needs to change. Okay, and that you're the one that needs to Ace of Wands. You're the one that needs to initiate this particular change. Okay, so it does feel like it's going to be devastating for someone else, but it's not you being destructive. That this is you basically no longer adhering to someone else's rules that they have decided to dictate to you, or someone else's opinion that they have decided on who you are. You know, you're directly going against all of that. And that's causing a tower for them. Okay, so again, that's why I needed to really reiterate that that's not you being spiteful. Okay, but the type of person that's shown up in your energy here, they're going to read that as you being spiteful. And they're going to tell other people that you're being spiteful and this, that, and the next. And that's simply not true at all. You're literally just trying to cut the chains that have bound you. Okay, the chains that they have imposed upon you. That's all you're doing, right? You're actively having this person, like, clearly you're a threat to them, but it's like they now have to question their own reality, because you're not the way that they have made you out to be at all. Okay, and they've spread something here. Okay, Scorpio, they have spread something. 5 of Wands in the world. They've spread some kind of gossip, some kind of malicious rumors, a lie also. Whoever this individual is, that they're definitely a fantasist. Okay, it's like they create something in their own head that you apparently supposedly have done to them, and then they will repeat that little fantasy as if it was a reality, and it's not. It's something that they literally invented in their own head. Okay, that's the tower that you're pulling down here. And how are you doing it? Well, you're not directly associating with that person. You're doing it through your own these cards here. It's through something that you're doing in your own life. That's how you're pulling down their little tower. Like, you're a threat to their version of who they are. It's weird. It's a really weird energy. It's like they have built their entire personality around hating you. I hate to say it, but that's what's coming out in this read. So by you directly going against who they think you are as a person, you're tearing down what they think is their reality. It's weird. It is really, really weird. Yeah. Okay, right, let's start clarifying a few things here. So obviously I do need to make some more space. Let's put this there. Right. Can we please clarify the... Oh, I want to clarify that 3 of coins first for our Scorpio collective, please, for July 30th to August the 6th. Clarify the 3 of coins, please. 3 of coins for Scorpio. Ah, nearly dropped the entire deck. I need bigger hands. Okay, right. So those ones there, they came out in quite a lethargic manner. So that would indicate that someone is exhausted, and it's probably you, Scorpio. Okay. Ace of Swords, the 6 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. Right, they were the ones that came out in a lethargic way, right? So we've got a breakthrough here for you, Scorpio. Something to do with this 3 of coins. So your daily routine, your current daily routine, and don't freak out, it is about to change. But it's a very positive change. It's a necessary change. Really, really good for you, ultimately, right? Because it is going to help. 6 to the ace equates to the 7. It's going to help to expose that the lies and the deceit that was going around. Okay, it's going to help you to get to your 10 of Cups. So this change in your daily routine, you're moving towards something that is far more enjoyable than what you're currently doing right now. Okay, so initially when the change happens and you're like, oh shit, no, not again, I've only just become settled in this routine, don't freak out about it. Okay, don't worry about it. Like this is spiritually guided type of change. Right, so it's not actually going to be that disruptive for you at all. In fact, I'm feeling that this is very much going to be the type of lifestyle change that is more akin to a smooth transition rather than some incredibly disruptive force for you. Okay, it's like it's going to be new, it's going to be fresh, it's going to be different. There is absolutely nothing here for you to fear, Scorpio. Okay, it's like trust me when I say this kind of change takes you straight to your Ten of Cups, which is everything that everyone is working towards in their life, right? It's that sense of inner peace, inner security. It's a happy home, happy family. You know, it's joyful. It's successful. It's feeling secure, you know? Ten of Cups is an amazing energy. So that's the kind of change that you're making that transition through this week. And again, Nine of Cups, that, like literally your wish fulfillment. Some of you might even start to feel like a little kid again, you know. You're going to have time and space to get back in touch with your inner child for a lot of you, which you haven't done for a while. That's why perhaps if some of you were, you know, struggling for a while with just being miserable and down all the time, that's going to be another huge change to that, because like you're going to have that spark for life once again, you know. The other cards that came out, to clarify now, these ones came out of the deck with a lot more energy than these three. So at the moment you're exhausted and probably don't even believe right now that this is going to be a positive change. You know, that's probably why they came out in a bit of a type of way. The ones that came jumping out was the Five of Swords, and look at this, Judgment again in reverse, and the Four of Swords also in reverse. So that's Judgment in reverse times 2. So you were struggling, but you won't be anymore. You were struggling with feelings of self-doubt, a lack of confidence. Okay, that's like having an overpowering, loud inner critic, which is completely different from your intuition, right? That's what some of you are struggling with. So you have discovered more recently that actually that super loud inner critic of yours that was holding you back, they were not like that. That wasn't your voice. That wasn't your higher self. And you're realizing that now, okay? That voice was actually compiled of all of the people in the past that you struggled with, that were in competition with you, that were jealous of you, and that's why they had to keep trying to pull you down, hold you down, bring you down a peg or two, whatever, right? Something to do with your childhood also, with that Page of Wands being central to everything else that's going on here. So, for example, caregivers, when you were growing up, the ones who should have loved and supported you, the ones who should have cheered you on, were more focused on holding you back, keeping you captive, that sort of thing. And they did that through the words that they would use to you. Those negative words then, as an adult, became your loud inner critic. Okay, and this is what a lot of you have been, up until this point, been struggling with, but very, very soon you will no longer be struggling with that, because there's that understanding now that that loud inner critic was not your voice. That was the voice of the ones that failed you when you were growing up. Four of Swords in reverse. That's like feeling restless, feeling ready for that action. And I'm feeling a lot of you are starting to feel a lot more empowered as well, now that you've been able to put the dots together. And no longer are you going to be doubting yourself anymore. You're ready for that action now. You're ready for it. No longer are you just going to sit there and accept that negativity. Like, you're done with that. You're completely done with all that. That is absolutely going to shake the world. Bringing positive change to the world. Letting others who have gone through the same thing, or who are currently going through the same things that you've been through, make instructions, because you're actually healing other people. You're taking away the power from the narcissistic dictators. That's what you're doing. Clarify the Queen of Cups, please. I'm seeing, if you look at this, you see how that Queen of Cups has got her back turned to that page? That could be some of you's had an avoidant mother. For some of you's. Can you clarify this Queen of Cups, please? Someone's also misread your intentions towards them as well. Someone thought that you fancied them or something when you were showing them some kind of kindness, but that's not what you were doing at all. You were just being there and being helpful to them and being supportive to them, but you're not interested in a sexual relationship with that individual at all. I feel that that person is starting to realise now that they were mistaken. They were mistaken. Clarify the Queen of Cups, Scorpio, please. Queen of Cups. Oh. I've just noticed as well, Scorpio, that devil is actually right underneath the Queen of Cups energy. So there's an obsession here. It is possible. I mean, we already know that someone is technically obsessed with you because they're like, they've made it their life thing to hate on you. Their entire personality is surrounded by hating on you. But I feel as well, now that we're looking at these other cards, that there are actually a couple of people who are quite obsessed with you, and someone is sexually obsessed with you. So you've got the Knight of Wands there. Right, Knight of Wands there, the Devil, the Ace of Wands. That's like, there's someone around you who is very, they've got a very high sex drive. And they could well be fantasizing, Seven of Cups, on all the different ways that they would like to you, okay? Again, doesn't matter if you're feminine, masculine, gender fluid, it's just the energy, okay? Someone is feeling very, very sexually charged towards you. For certain. Clarify that Queen of Cups, please. Scorpio. Queen of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so that energy's been really, really quiet at this point in time, Scorpio. Which makes me think that that is your energy. Okay, what can you tell us without exposing Scorpio about the Queen of Cups, please? What can you tell us without exposing Scorpio, what the Queen of Cups is all about, please? Okay. Thank you. A Two of Wands off balance. Okay. Two of Wands off balance. So it's like you do have a plan. You do have a plan. But at the moment, you're still deliberating about that particular plan. It's like you haven't you haven't settled on your plan yet. Like you haven't finalized it yet. Okay, yeah, and then the Eight of Cups. It is going to involve you leaving someone or leaving something. It is going to require you, I mean, an Eight of Cups is a difficult decision because it's something that you've put a lot of time and emotion into. In an ideal world, you wouldn't have to leave that situation because of all the cups that you invested in it. So that's why you're still deliberating and haven't yet finalized that particular decision. So this Queen of Cups, it's like, it's you deciding, okay, I need to make this decision. I know what I have to do. However, I'm also very aware that while I need to think about the bigger picture, I also don't want to be hurtful to someone else by the same token. So yeah, like, that's your empathy coming through yet again, Scorpio. You taking other people's feelings into consideration about your own actions. That's very, very admirable. So it's like you're looking for ways of how you can soften the blow, something like that. How you can do this in a way that is as compassionate as possible. And then you've got Three of Cups, Knight of Wands down here. I do feel, I mean, you've got 2 3s now in your read. It can be a 3-person situation. I do feel that there is a situation that's coming to light here, Scorpio, that it involves you, but it's not because of you, if that makes sense. And again, it's something else that we've been seeing in your readings for quite a while, okay, where someone that you know is with another person right now, but they still keep trying to make passes at you, and they keep trying to make a play for you type thing, when they are not in a position to be making those kind of propositions at all, okay. I mean, with your 3 of Coins and the 3 of Cups, and then a Knight of Wands as well. Yeah, there is someone in your energy who is a bit of a slag here, Scorpio, okay? Could be a man slag, right? Just take it as it resonates. Yeah, it is the one that's fantasizing about all the different ways that they're going to do you, like, literally. Yeah, they're not in the position where they're able to be making those kind of propositions to anybody, because they are attached, they are with someone. That's why you got the triangular energy coming through. Again, it also explains why you're getting a combination like that, which cannot and should not be trusted, with the Devil, with the Ace of Wands. You know, it's like there are red flags cropping up here about that particular individual, and those red flags scream to me that they're not, that's someone who isn't single. And that could well be why you've got this other energy floating around that is made it their life ambition to hate you. Well, that could well be the partner of the horny one, you know? That's what would make sense to me. That's why that person has set themselves up as your direct rival, because they know that they are not this Knight of Wands. Let's just say that that partner knows that they are not the Knight of Wands' fantasy. They know that title goes to you. And clarify the Devil, please. Clarify the Devil. What's going on? Wow. Huge jump. Ooh, the 4 of Wands off balance with the 9 of Coins. Okay, 4 of Wands off balance. That's like domestic upset, domestic unrest, and then the 9 of Coins off balance. Yeah, somebody presenting themselves as being single, but they're actually not. Oh, man, that's got a sting. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. All to clarify that Devil energy. A Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's really, really unlucky. Unlucky for them. Unlucky for them, because they have caused so many problems for themselves here. Okay. This is someone that you're quite well acquainted with, Scorpio. This is someone who has made several attempts to come back into your life, and each and every attempt that they have made, they have failed. They're feeling stuck. They're saying that things have gotten like really, really boring. We've got someone who is trying to do something to improve on the situation, or to force something, because the chariot can be really, really forceful energy. And when it comes out with the devil, that's like someone is doing something that is going directly against the free will of other people. And your Wheel of Fortune can oftentimes indicate a backfire when it's in reverse in the same read as a Tower. So the jealous person has tried to chuck something at you energetically, and it's fucking missed. But it didn't just miss, Scorpio. That backfire was a bullseye. It was a bullseye on them. They have become a master of their own destruction. And then you've got domestic unrest, someone flouting it around as if they were single, but they're actually not, causing even further problems. You're being scapegoated by this person because this one over here is lusting after you. That's not your problem, Scorpio. It is coming out in your energy though. It is. Because it's almost like you're about to wipe the smirk right off that person's face, simply just by you doing your soul mission up there. Okay. Yeah. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. On good terms with the spiritual realm. Spiritual realm's got your back, Scorpio. Yeah, it's all about trusting your intuition, keeping your secrets. It's also behind the veil energies. It's behind the veil energies. You're being fully supported by the universe here, Scorpio. It's time for you to get to work. Okay. Else, please, for Scorpio. And if you're currently doing it, and you know that you're currently on your life mission, then Spirit's saying, don't you dare quit. Don't you dare quit. Because shit's not only just begun, like, it hasn't even started yet. Clarify this for Scorpio, please. Oh, random. Okay, what's this one? Artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. Yeah. It's thinking outside of the box when it comes down to your spiritual journey or your spiritual mission, whichever terminology you prefer to use. It's just words, doesn't really matter, okay? But Spirit's wanting for you to start thinking outside of the box and how you can do things differently from everyone else. And then strength. You've experienced in your everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous, and it's under their travel. Your life purpose involves traveling, some kind of traveling. Now that could be obviously physically traveling. You can see the airplane there. He's literally waiting in the lounge, waiting for his plane. So it could be some kind of physical travel. Maybe this is saying that Spirit doesn't want you to simmer in your current environment, because perhaps where you're living right now, maybe that's not the most healthiest of environments for you to be growing in, you know. So there's going to be a message there for some of you, and for others of you, he's on his laptop. He's on his laptop, so you don't have to physically travel to have what you need to say travel. Yeah, that's what the internet's for. The boy's literally on the internet right there on his laptop. Okay, so you can take that as physical or as a metaphor. But Spirit's reminding you, look, you've got this. You've absolutely got this. Else, please, for Scorpio. Okay. Clear messages for Scorpio. Thank you. Dissolving judgments. There's your healing message, dissolving judgments. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Wow. How appropriate. How appropriate for what we've seen in your read. You don't have to like or approve of the actions of others in order to love your journey. I added the approval there as a little footnote. Okay. Else, Scorpio, please. So don't allow anyone else to put you off from what you're currently doing or from what you're trying to do. Okay? Don't give that amount of power to little fuckheads. Because you're better than that. You're stronger than that. And you know it. Deconstructing doubt. Only my beliefs are in my way. So what is it you're telling yourself? And are those thoughts getting in your own way? Amplifying abundance. Abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. Yeah. Yeah, you're entitled to this success, Scorpio. You've worked bloody hard for it. Asking for angelic support. My angels respond when I'm open and authentic about how I feel. So reach out and ask for help. Awakening inspired action. That is only what life is asking of me. Integrating the ego. Everything is for me, not against me. So things are working out exactly as they should be, Scorpio. Healing heartbreak. My heart will love again. In spite of all the betrayals you've been through, your heart will actually love again. And discovering happiness. I allow myself to be content exactly as I am. Yep. You don't have to make yourself small and insignificant to keep others happy. Okay? And in fact, you need to question people who try and make you feel that that's what you need to do. Else for Scorpio, please. Else for Scorpio. Okay. Secret sketches. Wander and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Draw memories in sketches for others to find. So that's like literally once you've found your way, you can help lead others out of that metaphorical darkness. A moment's joy, sand through the hourglass, yet time could stand still. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. A moment's joy. So that's like finding peace, happiness and joy in everything. It's finding gratitude in everything, even in things that normally we tend to take for granted. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. Yeah. It's like making those happy memories right now. Nomad. The nomadic wanderer lies deep inside, so take the leap now and don't crawl back and hide. Yep, so don't you quit now, Scorpio, because you've only just started your journey. Okay? And freedom flows. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine, sacred reason. Yeah, so they're not lofty goals and lofty ambitions that you have. They're very reasonable. Very reasonable. So don't hold yourself back. What else, please, for Scorpio? Scorpio, please. Okay. When you remember everyone is dealing with their own shit on different levels, you start to realize that your shit isn't as bad as you thought it was, and that this shit will soon pass. And falling in love when you're lonely is very similar to shopping when you're hungry. You end up with a whole bunch of shit that you don't need. So make sure that you're fed so that you're not filling your soul with a bunch of shit. Yeah. I love those messages. It's such an awesome deck. So your first one is saying that I feel that's for someone that came out in your read that was feeling like a little victim, because that message is saying, look, your problems aren't actually as bad as what you think it is. You know, that this will pass, but at the moment they're making shit so much worse for themselves. That's what it feels like that one is. And then for you, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the poison just because you're thirsty. Okay, be choosy. Be choosy about who it is that you spend your time with. Alright, so if you're feeling particularly lonely and down right now, that's no excuse to go surround yourself with assholes just because you're lonely, you know, because that'll end up doing you more damage than it will good. Okay. Interesting. Right, so that is what I have for you, Scorpio. As always, it's up to you what you do with this reading. And tarot is never in charge, okay? It is not a scapegoat, it is not a crutch, it's a guide. And you're the one that's in charge of your destiny, for the most part. If you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading that is catered more towards your own specific needs, then feel free to hit me up at phoenixkeiatarot.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.